There is a course at MIT called Engineering Mechanics and Tai Chi in America. It can be said that Chinese martial arts halls are not everywhere, but it's quite common.
And the main group is not Chinese.
The main group is foreigners. It can be said to be a window, is a quite good window, second only to Chinese, but the depth of its introduction may be deeper than Chinese restaurants. But its subsequent development actually have made these three aspects of Chinese martial arts have become mainstream in Western culture. Part of it has become what I think the best business card to introduce Chinese culture from three perspectives. The first point is its visibility. Since Bruce Lee, Chinese martial arts in the beauty reflected in it is very rare. Action movies are all about winning or losing, or like Quentin Tarantino, right? We just like to watch the beauty of violence, but Chinese martial arts is not. Chinese martial arts is beautiful. It's like dancing. Chinese martial arts itself has a strong appreciation.
Bruce Lee became famous in the 70s, right?
By the 1980s, Hollywood began to hire Hong Kong action teams. In the 1980s, such as Yuan Hepping, pine directors, action directors began to enter Hollywood. So later, in fact, the Hollywood blockbusters, many Hollywood blockbusters, especially like The Matrix, a lot of used Chinese martial arts action elements. In terms of the Guanshangxing of action movies, Chinese martial arts has reached the highest level. Even Chinese Americans want to introduce Chinese culture to the world. He must also use martial arts as a carrier, which is Ang Lee's Crouching Tiger. He could have chosen another story. Ken and Lee make Brokeback Mountain. He can shoot a gay movie so delicately. He could have chosen another story, but to be honest, other materials are not so popular. The material of martial arts is too attractive. So first of all, in terms of the ornamental, don't underestimate this aspect. This aspect of Chinese culture can be stable and long-term at the forefront of global media. In the media age, it can be said Chinese culture has a certain degree of voice. Don't underestimate it, just like today. I'm going to sit here and do self-media. It's like our company has a certain voice. Okay, today, Chinese martial arts has its own quite stable and high-level discourse power. The importance lies in this. The second point is on health. Attention, what I'm talking about. Chinese people can easily understand it,
but it's hard for Westerners to understand.
That is to say, fighting is fighting. The purpose of fighting is to beat the opponent, right? Fighting is different from keeping fit. But in China, these two things are the same thing. Martial arts is for fitness. I remember when I was a kid, I first heard this sentence in the movie Fist of Fury. I didn't understand. What isn't practicing martial arts to knock others down? I practiced martial arts and become strong. I'm sad, but no one needed me to knock them down. Wouldn't I be very lonely? I was about 11 or 12. I was very confused at that time. I mean, that Westerners were also confused. But research shows that Tai Chi can effectively prevent the elderly from falling, reaching 50%.
Oh, this is a surprise for Westerners.
Oh my God. Amazing. But for us, this is too normal. Tai Chi focuses on the balance and strength of the legs, right? So it's hard for the elderly to fall down. From the perspective of fighting, Tai Chi keeps its own balance and then make you lose balance. It's a simple principle. So the fun of Tai Chi is that it has almost no active offensive moves. That is to say, if you don't hit me and stare at you, I can't do anything for a lifetime. But as soon as you attack, I'll have a solution. Your strength will make you lose your balance. And my key point is that under the impact of your strength, maintain my own balance and use your strength to break your balance. Haha, isn't it philosophical? It's that simple. But for Westerners, wow, it's like a leap in their thinking. Because I really know a friend who studies biophysics. I asked him what biophysics is, and he gave me an example at that time. He was working at a university in Canada in the laboratory where he worked. It's very simple. When you practice Qigong, I want to measure whether your brain waves have changed. At that time, it has been proved that not just Qigong, including when doing Tai Chi, the frontal lobe and the eyelid layer, the activity changes. That means your brain is indeed getting exercised. You may not be aware of it, but your brain is indeed getting exercised. It is proved by physical means. With these gradual accumulations, Westerners began to realize that Chinese martial arts can also strengthen the body. I'm not sure if Westerners, whether they put Chinese medicine and martial arts together, because it's harder to put them together. So for the other side, for them, there is a contradiction. For example, an American who likes Chinese culture very much has finally finished watching Wang Faihong. Strange. Wang Faihong is a great fighter. On the other hand, runs a martial arts hall. He broke people's bones, and then he put the bones back together. What a contradictory thing. Do you know
In China, it's like this medicine and martial arts. The principles are the same. And then when treating, you need to use a lot of strength. Do you know the orthopedics of TC? It's amazing, but it requires strength. It requires a clear understanding, have a very clear understanding. It's the kind of fracture that Western medicine can't cure, which are very serious fractures. TCM doesn't even need splints, can be cured. How to treat it? By hand. A doctor in Beijing, like Wang Feihong, know the bones very well and must be strong. The strength is not something ordinary people have, so he must learn martial arts. Martial arts and medicine are inseparable. When he understands the human skeleton, he will probably know how to break your bones. After you understand acupuncture, he just punches you. You will lose your ability to resist because he hit your acupoints, right? Are you still young when you're older? When you're older, you'll have all kinds of discomfort. You will look for a good massage doctor everywhere. I have met them, a good massage doctor. You have to find the acupuncture points yourself. You have to press for a long time. Is it here? Is it here? He just clicks it and it's done. Without searching, I was so impressed. I said, don't fight with him. You'll suffer a lot. You'll suffer a lot if you fight with him. If you don't hit hard, just once, your whole arm can't move after that. So you say China is like this, medicine and martial arts. The principle of medicine and martial arts is yaijing. For Westerners, it is really hard. It's really difficult for them. We must be patient with them. I think the role of Kung Fu in this regard has played a very big role, more than Chinese food, because it's in the media. So I just mentioned 2 points. First, it provides visual enjoyment, which is appreciation in a more advanced way, and artistic second. It provides health. Westerners like Chinese internal martial arts, especially Tai Chi. It's the first thing they know, and its relationship with philosophy. As early as 70 years ago, philosophers have already sewn it together. The relationship between Tai Chi and Western philosophy has been corresponded. The third point that no one can think of, it is currently being combined with technology. At MIT, there is a course called Engineering Mechanics and Tai Chi. You won't know until you practice. I really practice it. I practice the 24 forms, the simplest, but I've been practicing the 24 forms for over 10 years. Just these 10 years, you can deeply feel the balance. Now think about how robots walk. Does it walk with bent legs? Does he look like doing Tai Chi? So the course is called Engineering Mechanics and Tai Chi. You know, through practicing Tai Chi to feel how to master balance, and then transfer it to the robot so that your robot can easily grasp balance. Because humans are like this. Humans have to adapt to various living conditions and living environment. So humans are not born with curved legs by nature. Do you know? Because you have to adapt to various environments. But robots are not made to. They are designed to adapt to a certain work environment. He may be carrying things, or for military reconnaissance. So for him, as long as he completes a part of the maximum balance, it's okay. At this time, they found the reference in Tai Chi. So Tai Chi has made such a contribution. Currently, in engineering mechanics, provides the best balanced solution like human body. Isn't it interesting? So Chinese martial arts currently in the art field provides entertainment. In daily life, it provides health. In the field of science, it provides balance. This is in the United States and even in Western mainstream society. It has firmly established its place. This place will be expressed through martial arts like Tai Chi to express how the Chinese view problems, which is called philosophy in a broad sense, or more simply, cultural characteristics, which allows Americans can truly understand the Chinese people more. In fact, to understand a group of people, to a certain extent, when they face a thing, what kind of reaction they will make. You know what I mean? Just like telling a joke, like a joke, suddenly sees a person being robbed by a gangster. What would the British react? What about the Americans? What about the Japanese and the Chinese? Just this is to study the cultural characteristics of different groups. And Kung Fu is currently introducing the cultural characteristics of Chinese. Everyone can learn some Kung Fu. In the past, it was just learning Tai Chi. Now I might as well learn some Wing Chun. Indeed, when dealing with or Westerners, if you can teach them if you can teach them some Kung Fu casually, it's really a very, very beautiful thing. On the one hand, we introduced, but also created them. It is to let them experience it firsthand and broaden their horizons. Finally, I hope we can understand that their difficulty lies in that. It's really hard for them to put medicine, GJ, and G into one system. This is really, it's like forcing primary school students to learn calculus.
Take it slow.
Take it slow. Introduce them gradually and tolerate their gradual understanding.